We got a lot to talk about. We'll come back to Bad Blood a little later on because there's more matches we need to talk about. But this is the week in review, and we haven't talked about Raw since it happened because it is Sunday night right now. So I know Monday Night Raw is tomorrow, but I still want to mention something from last Monday. Our full review is in the description below. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link to our review of Raw where all three of us gave like thumbs up or thumbs down to every single angle. But for this purposes of this podcast today, I just want to talk about the one angle, which was the Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman match, the last monster standing, they called it, right? So yeah. I'm going to go through a couple pictures of this. We're going to review this angle for this night. On this night, we're going to review 6 segments. This was a total of 6 segments that, for the purposes of our review, I've packaged into one 19-minute video that I posted in our description below, so if you need to see that if you haven't seen it. But for right now, I'm just going to show you a couple pictures. Man, this tease, they did the tease of the Braun Strowman going to the top rope the week before, which was a really good tease. And then Bronson Reed was like, oh, hell no, I'm out of here. And then in the match, it actually happened where they got a bunch of security guards together, a bunch of brave security guards to take Braun Strowman jumping off the top rope on them, which looked freaking really cool. That was one of the best top rope spots I've ever seen. But that wasn't the last one. Adam Pearce was there too. Man, he had to be there because this was complete chaos, and he had to make sure that this went off. But this was the top rope spot with Bronson Reed suplexing Braun Strowman off the top rope, and this was where the ring collapsed. Yeah, sorry, I went one slide too far, but yeah, this was how the ring collapsed, which they've done that before, but still, it was pretty cool. The crowd went nuts. And then there was one last surprise at the end, because it looked like Bronson Reed was going to be the one to get up and beat the count. But then, out of nowhere, freaking Seth Rollins came in and curb stomped Bronson Reed in the most hilarious looking spot. That image of Bronson Reed just face first unconscious right there. That was gold, man. That was gold. And then there's Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman got up and he won the last monster standing match. Really amazing feud. I mean, yeah. The whole program was amazing. But for this segment, I just want to show our reviews for this match, or this angle on this night on Monday Night Raw. Let me pull up our review sheet. So I got a 2 thumbs up from me and 2 thumbs up from Robert, and then Vlad gave it a thumbs up. So, all right. I'll start with Robert this time. You want to talk about this match?
Yeah, this was really cool, man. I had a prediction that Bronson Reed would go over. I was wrong. I thought Braun Strowman would do one big job for Bronson Reed.
Yeah, for real.
But that didn't happen. Because Bronson Reed is on the rise, right? So it would have made sense for him to go over. But whatever. But I thought this match was really cool. I think this was worthy to be on Bad Blood. I don't know why it was on Raw, but hey, you know what? It was still good as it is. It was really good. It was quite the spectacle for sure. And Seth freaking Rollins, man, you killed it.
I mean, I don't like the guy, but that spot was really amazing. It looked really good, and it was the timing was perfect. The timing was perfect, I gotta say. All right, well, Robert, if you don't have anything else to say, I'll jump over to Vlad. You want to give some analysis of this? Gave it a thumbs up, I guess, right? Not a 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it, but I think I'm thinking that the reason I didn't give it 2 thumbs up is the ring collapse thing. This is what I'm thinking, because this was on Monday, so excuse me, it's not fresh in my mind anymore. But I was probably thinking the ring collapse thing that they've done numerous times already, and I know that's a big spot. But I think I remember reading after also that they weren't quite happy with the way that spot turned out for reasons I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really go into details, but either way, it's fine. And I think even though the Seth spot was cool, I kind of was hoping that Bronson Reed would go over in this feud. Now, I know it's going to set him up to have now this feud with Seth Rollins, But if he's going to also lose to Seth, then they're kind of not helping him out here for losing here. So I don't know what's going to happen. But overall, though, like if you just look at it from, this was the most unlikely, entertaining feud you could ever imagine. Like if somebody said that you put these two guys together, we would all say like, "Oh God, no, they can't. This is going to be awful. Like, why would anybody ever do this?" This turned out to be spectacular.
All right, you know what? All right, off the cuff, separate question for you guys.
Yeah.
Rate the whole program with our rating system.
I mean,
I'll say the whole program was a fire. I'll even give it more than I loved it. Like this is one of the, well, definitely the top big man versus big man feud I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. The creativity and the perfection of everything. I think all the freaking segments. There was nothing that was like off. It all worked really well.
Well, I think also like just having that whole like chaotic feeling, like anything could happen. Like the whole throwing the fan into him, jumping on top of a car. Like everything they've done in this feud, like even going through the wall, that whatever, was a little shaky because it kind of did look a little fake, but whatever. I mean, the whole thing was amazing. The whole thing was tremendous. I probably have to agree with you. I would have to say that it's probably a fire. Overall, the whole thing was fire.
All right, Robert, you want to give a review, not for this angle today, but for the whole program?
I'll give it 2 thumbs up. I don't know. Yeah, not quite fire, but 2 thumbs up because this really took me by surprise because on paper, right? This isn't something I should be enjoying, but yet I somehow did. So yeah, good.
All right, well, let's move on to the next angle then. That's enough for that. I'm going to move back to Bad Blood. Like Robert said, that was basically like a pay-per-view quality match, so I had to include it in our review today.
For sure it was.
But, okay, so back to Bad Blood, back to Saturday. That was the Robert – hold on one second. The last segment we watched was on September 30th. That was Raw.